Hello, this is Josh with GSA Focus, and today is April 19th, 2021. There is an email that went out to everybody with an advance notice for the Multiple Award Schedule Refresh 6. There's going to be an upcoming MAS mod. So we are just about maybe a year into the Multiple Award Schedule consolidation, and there is already a 6th refresh of the MAS. And this one is a pretty big one. It has 6 items in it. I'll correct that, 7 items. And I'm just going to kind of run through some of these items because some of them are actually going to affect your contract. So let's just jump right in. The first one is the implementation of the VPP, Verified Products Portal. And as I've dug into this a little bit, I kind of click through to the link. This portal looks like it's going to be kind of a back-end verification system for letters of supply. So if you sell products and you have letters of supply on file for your GSA contract to basically support your products, then this will affect you. And I can't read into this and know for sure, but it seems like there's a kind of a continuing problem where there will be a letter of supply that's very old and a contractor kind of has it grandfathered in, and the manufacturer at some point comes along and says, I really don't want to honor this letter of supply anymore. I don't want to supply products to that vendor. Either they have a new relationship or maybe the relationship deteriorated with that vendor. They no longer want part of that with their GSA contract. Now it seems like the GSA is kind of setting up a way for them to have recourse and come in and say, yeah, I'd like to dissolve that letter of supply. And then the GSA will then likely reach out to the vendor and say, hey, we're going to take all those products for this manufacturer off your contract. Not a bad idea. Stuff like this happens. Manufacturers have no power in this, and they should have a little bit of a voice. So shouldn't affect you unless you're a bad vendor, in my opinion. The next one on here is to revise the scope of the MAS solicitation to authorize only those drones approved through the blue sUAS program. So if you sell drones, this will affect you, and you may want to dig into it. Most of my clients don't sell drones. I think only have 1 or 2. Item number 3, incorporate updated service contract labor standards. So this is all on Beta SAM and the wage determinations. It all relates to that. I'm not sure what the updates are. I think they're updating what the actual SCA or SCLS items are. So there may be a big refresh there. May just be a little tweak. I'm not sure at this point. Item number 4, replace digital certificates with DocuSign. So this has been happening for a while. You no longer need a digital certificate to access the eMod or eOffer system. And this just seems like it's kind of the final crossing of the T's and dotting of the I's in the solicitation to make this change formal. So you'll probably see the words digital certificate removed from the solicitation in refresh 06. Incorporate clarification on Ability 1 authorized distributors. This doesn't affect a whole lot of people. Not a lot of Ability 1 authorized distributors. If you are, then you are going to want to know what these clarifications are. And at the end here, there's a webinar. They will go into more detail, answer questions, all that kind of stuff. Number 6 here is kind of the big one, and they didn't go into it a whole lot, and I will dig into this in another video. Incorporate various additional updates to just the general offer requirements. So the clarification on offering identical items, so that that may come up. Probably, I'm thinking of identical items. They're talking about if your price list has the same part number twice, it's not good. GSA's back-end system, SIP, all that doesn't really play nice with that. So yeah, they didn't give a lot of details on that. So I am just kind of guessing at that one. Technical factor 2, past performance, instructions applicable to all offers. They are apparently making some changes there. I'm not sure what they're going to be yet. And this is actually the big one, and there will be a follow-up video. Temporary waiver of certain requirements to directly support government's response to COVID-19. The GSA is, for the MAS program, removing some of the requirements for vendors when they go in with their offers. So that's kind of a good thing. It's going to simplify the process. Don't know how long this will take, how long, at what point this will be lifted, this waiver. But things will probably get a little bit easier as far as, financials and past performance. I'm going to put a pin in that for now and come back later. Look out for a second video. It'll probably be coming out tomorrow. Incorporate clause and provision updates through FAC and then a bunch of numbers. No clue. I haven't dug into that, what that is. I haven't Googled it or anything. If you want to know what it is, you can Google it. I don't think it's a major change at all. So that's it. That's just kind of pulling apart this email that the GSA sent out on the upcoming Refresh 6. I will have a link to this page in the Interact network. And I will also put a link to, I'll just put a link to this page. Go to the bottom if you want to sit in on that webinar. There are some attachments that may, I haven't looked into them. There's a new letter of supply, the available offerings change that removed the drones, significant changes. So there are some documents you can kind of dig into a little bit more as well. And that's all we got today. Some big things coming.